Wow. Where do I begin with this amazing chapter of One Piece? One Piece chapter 956, and without question, as of right now, the best chapter of 2019. Not even close. And what's amazing is the last two chapters were chapter of the year worthy because of the foreshadowing of what's to come in Wano. But I would say this is probably one of the best chapters I have ever read when it comes to One Piece. Not just because of what could go down potentially in Wano, but post Wano after that. It's amazing how Oda continues to raise the hype bar further and further and further. And that hype bar just shattered after this chapter. I'm not even exaggerating. If you haven't read the chapter, I highly suggest you do so. Obviously, the cover page continues with Capone and Chiffon trying to find Lola. Not really important because they haven't reached the destination yet. I'm trying to gather the words I need to say. I'm not really lost for words when it comes to review, but there's so much that went down. So, start from the beginning. We go to Fisherman Island, a Rigaku King Castle, at the palace, where Garp is at Fisherman Island, which is, again, parallels to Garp with Luffy. First it was Luffy and the Straw Hats there, and now it's Garp. But he finished escorting Shirahoshi and Neptune, and I guess the rest of the Neptune army, back to Fisherman Island. So that answers the question. Nothing went down with Shirahoshi yet. However, you can tell something was wrong just with the demeanor of Garp, because he first off says, apologize for the bickering between each of the kingdoms. Obviously, there's going to be trust issues. It was foreshadowed not only through this chapter, but a long time ago by Doflamingo. The kingdoms, you can't really trust any of them. There's not going to be mutual understanding. Similar to the real world, there's not going to be mutual grounds. That's what Garp says, and he's like, don't hold this against all humans. I ask of you, despite the fact no blood was shed. However, this year was pretty bad. And considering what he sought Marineford, that's saying a lot, which is interesting. The Garp was the one to say that, which, as this chapter goes on, it makes a lot more sense. Then he proceeds to say, the Kingdom of Alabasta incident involves the Kingdom of Alabasta. One incident, by the way. And Shirahoshi immediately is like, Vivi, no. And we all saw, it looks like Imusama strikes. And she had the poster of not only Shirahoshi, not only Blackbeard and Luffy, but we saw Imusama with Vivi's picture, Imusama's hand, when we was last at the reverie. We all speculated, could this mean a kidnapping? It seems like something like that has gone down, although we didn't get to find out. For all the seriousness and the foreshadowing, the epicness is to come, we actually went to Big News headquarters, I guess, with the press, bring news to light of what really went down. And certainly, Big News Morgans was actually targeted by a member as Cypher Polls. These guys, they really wanted to cover this up. What's really surprising, though, we got to see a little bit of Morgan's character because he's the next page you see is the member of Cypher Poll completely knocked out thanks to Big News Morgan. So that was a shocker. Decided to hightail it, move out of there. They're going to cover this news to the bitter end. Now, the newspapers reach worldwide, which obviously is the world building chapters we usually get, and it's usually the best. This did not disappoint because we go to Kamabaka Kingdom. Now we know Dragon was not at the reverie, or he was not a Marijoa, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna break down. I got those Marineford vibes, and what's crazy is we already have Wano, but now they get the news that something's happened to Sabo. We don't know what really went down, and even Dragon is sweating bullets. Bello Betty, Koala's in tears. There's going to be a rescue arc. I said it in my discussion over a year ago. When Wano's up, we're going to go into a rescue arc, regardless of who that involves. It could involve Vivi and Sabo, and it looks like that's the case. We don't really know what went to Sabo. It sounds like they're trying to say he died, because if we go to Makino, and she's crying as well as Koala is. Sabo, they don't really say what happened. And they go to Goa Kingdom with Mark, and we got Dan, who's obviously tearing up. Sticks out is like, oh, we just found out he's alive, and now this happens. And they don't really specify what really went down, which kind of makes you think one or two things: either he's captured, or the high likely he was actually killed, which I don't think is the case because that would not be shown off screen. No way in hell. Unless in the next chapter we come to find out what happened to Sabo. So we go to Impel Down. Doflamingo's laughing up a storm because obviously he can't get enough of this stuff. Never a dull moment in this world. And what's interesting is about this is he may be a target pretty soon, considering what we found out also in this chapter. So we immediately go to Kobe, and he's talking to it seems like he's talking to a Marine, but then we go to the Wano country outskirts of Ebisu town, going down in Wano, and when I saw this, I'm like, wait, they get pumping out information to the Marines. That increases the scales of not only obviously a spy, but also the fact that possibly the Marines could enter Wano by the end. I mean, Kizaru already foreshadowed that maybe he would show up. But then we come to find out X-Drake, who is supposed to be an ex-Marine, is the double agent. Now it makes sense, and also makes sense of why he let Law go. Because if the whole point is to bring Kaido and Big Mom down, or at least potentially stop a union, and then he also spills the beans about seeing Cypher Pole, oh, they're in Wano, so the fact that this is going to be crazy. And Kobe's being asked, where are you going, where are you now? It's like, we're heading to Niyogashima to arrest the Pirate Empress Boa Hancock. And that should immediately tell you what went down at the Reverie, because they were not countries around the world like, oh, these government lapdogs are finally getting what's coming to them. Pirate Empress, Hawkeye, and even the clown, Buggy the Clown, is targeted. Another theory that I had is that once the Shichibukai system is abolished, we would possibly get an alliance, since they would become targets because the pirates. I don't know if the alliance is going to happen, but now's a good chance as any if you're going to align yourself to survive, especially for someone like Buggy. Now, Fujitora succeeded with this plan and the Shichibukai system abolished, but I don't think I realize it's a snowball effect this is going to have. But we come to find out that Cobra and King Riku, they succeeded because it was Fujitora's plan to have them apparently a majority ruled, and that's what happened. So now you got a situation where the Shichibukai are now targets. A couple of them are allies of Luffy. So I think that's going to tie into the final battle. He's in the waters of what's to come after Wano. That's crazy. Let's go after Buggy. So, and Buggy's he's kind of like ticked off by this because he said, "Oh, I'm paying for Doflamingo and Crocodile's trip down." By the way, I'm pretty sure Crocodile's also going to be targeted, even though it's not a Shichibukai. But I don't think why he won't get into the mix also, since he would also be a target. But Buggy, he's like, we're going to fire back, but yeah, you boys fire back, but I'm gonna scamper off in the meantime. Typical Buggy. Also, Avita's there, so I don't know what she's going to do. But it doesn't look good right now, unless your name is Hawkeye or Boa Hancock. Yes, to some extent, Weevil, Whitebeard Jr. So we see Mihawk, and he's smiling because it's been a long time. He's excited because it's been a long time since he's been chased. I don't see very many people taking down. Interesting too is though we see a panel of Blackbeard. Something happened to Sabo. Blackbeard, there's still a Beehive Island, but then he says like, "Zia, time to go to sea, boys," and that teases a lot of things. If they're going to be picked up by Marines, I'll just grab them first. Now, I don't know who that involves. It could be Sabo, but it looks like something bad was already happened to Sabo. So, is this teasing Blackbeard come to Wano, or is he going to do something with Marijoa? That's going to be crazy. I don't think he would tangle with the Marines. I think he's going to Wano. And I think this just teased it. I'm curious. It could mean a lot of things, but possibly it could foreshadow him showing up at Wano because of the conversation that Kobe had. I don't see it far-fetched that Blackbeard would hack into the communications beforehand. But either way, like I said, it's not looking good for the Shichibukai right now. But I'm curious to see where this goes. And like I said, Weevil Whitebeard Jr. was also targeted. So, and I guess Bucking actually finds a way to coach the fight because obviously I'm going to kill them all in the name of Whitebeard. So this is going to cause some major problems, not just in Wano. But then we go to Amazon Lily and we finally get Boa Hancock It's been a while since we've seen it in canon. Obviously, in filler we've seen it, and also in the movie film Stampede. I can't wait to see that movie. And side note, that means we're getting a dub version, so that's cool.
And there's something else too with Boa Hancock also being targeted. And I've mentioned this before on the channel in a similar discussion where Boa Hancock said to Luffy, the world can't know about our alliance, our legions, because that caused a lot of problems for Amazon Lily and the king and everybody there. But now that's changed because now there's no reason to keep that secret because there is no warlord system. There is no reason to keep that secret. So this could potentially set up not just an alliance with the Shichibukai, maybe it's going to set up Boa Hancock possibly going to Wano. I'm pretty sure she must have read about Luffy and that's going to Wano, so that could be a possibility. It's far-fetched, I know, but there's definitely teases a lot of things to come in the future when it comes to Boa Hancock possibly reuniting with Luffy. And yes, I know that happened in the anime, but it was filler, but now this could be canon.
But Boa Hancock ends the chapter in a great way because it teases a lot of things to come. I love the quote here. It's like, don't fret, it seems they've forgotten something. The reason we became Shichibukai is because we're strong. So, Boa Hancock's going to put up a fight. If this, oh man, I just can't wait to see Luffy's response. I don't know what happened to Sabo. I fear for Vivi. But boy, and like I said, amazing chapter. So much could go down, and they didn't go back to Wano, which is very telling of what Oda's going to do next. And Oda wasn't kidding when he said something major would go down the Reverie, and apparently it did. In the form of Sabo, something after the Kingdom of Alabasta, Cobra, and possibly Vivi. A lot of people are in trouble. Blackbeard's going to make a move, so God only knows where that's going to go. And of course, the Shichibukai are now targets of the world government. So brace yourselves, because I don't know what's to come after Wano, but I do know it's going to be just as epic, if not more. Let me know what you guys think about this amazing chapter. I don't need to add what I've already said about this chapter. Like this review if you did. Subscribe to for more One Piece, and I'll catch you guys later. Thanks, guys. Bye.